So you're new to the NFT marketplace, you're new to crypto overall, you're looking for that next 100x trade you hear about all the time, you're looking for the next Bored Ape, you're looking for the next DGods, you're looking for shit just to flip instantly. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's very, very hard going into the NFT space being impatient. It's very hard looking for projects that are gonna flip your bags overnight. Sure, don't get me wrong, it can happen. But in reality, you've got to be very, very careful what you're putting your money into, what sort of assets you want to gamble on, and you'd rather be safe than sorry. So in today's video, I do want to talk about my top 5 favorite projects on Solana, the ones that I'm holding throughout this bear market into the next bull market. So I believe these projects have established a well-known brand, IP, founder rights, overall execution and adaptation in this bear market. They're looking to innovate and they're looking to reward and give back. Those top 5 projects are Blocksmith Labs, DGods, Utes, Teo Robotics, and Jerzy Rascals. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a dude on the internet investing money into JPEGs, hoping they're gonna go up. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jerzy. Welcome on in. Click the subscribe button. If you're returning, hey, how you doing? I love you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and that comment button, it would mean the world to me as well. Let's get into the video, turn on notifications, let's get it. So taking a look over on Magic Eden's popular collections over the last 30 days, we can see Mint Tubes, Utes, and DGods. All 3 of these collections playing a huge role in the D-Labs expansion and ecosystem, which started from the DGods themselves. TLDR, if you held a DGod, you could turn it into a dead god from using the dust tokens you earn daily from staking. Creating a dead god would give you a higher yield on those staking rewards and give you access to minting a tube. The tube would require 1-to-1 with a dead god holding plus burning of their dust tokenomic. Then we had to wait 57 days for the Utes reveal from these tubes where you burn a tube and get a Ute. The Utes NFTs have paved a way of a new sort of ecosystem and happy friendly environment over NFTs in general, and these will play a key role in the D-Labs expansion as well, alongside of DGods. Another way to get a tube was through scholarship process, which is going to be a new sort of whitelist engagement, sort of thing over on Twitter, over on application statuses, and it's getting in there no matter who you were. You didn't have to have a high following count or be, an influencer or whatever you want to call it. Some people that did get a chance to mint these tubes could make, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on their trade, and it changed their life for the better. A little bit of history behind the DGods project and the empire that they've built up behind the name of Frank and the entire team that's been able to maneuver throughout this bear market, throughout this bull market, make inadaptations, making innovation changes and adaptations to this market, and just growing an actual business brand rather than just a FOMO sort of hype project. DGods on the outside is a very PFP-able based project. Internally, there's a lot more going on behind DGods and their futuristic expansion of what they can do in this market, how they can create it more into a business model. DGods is a 10,000 size supply collection that minted on October 21st at 3 Solana when Solana was $160 a share. When DGods was first introduced, there was a paper hand bitch tax at 33.3%, which was later reconstructed into treats where the floor contained dust rewards for their holders. DGods also acquired a basketball team throughout the Big 3 basketball league, the Killer Threes. The token dust you earn is their governance token, which can be earned from staking, and we're currently going through a quartering process where we're in the last quarter of dust rewards for stakers, and then it's gone. What's out there is out there. DGods can currently be upgraded for 1,000 dust into the Dead God variant, which is what you see on the floor and all over the entire collection, as majority of people have upgraded these for the higher staking yield and getting those tubes. Utes, DGods, D-Labs, Dust Labs, everything around DGods is going to be a very brandable play, a high conviction business model in the NFT space, branching outside of Web 2 to Web 3, doing that shit. And it's just a strong community overall that's been here for over a year now. Moving into Utes, the newest expansion from D-Labs or DGods, however you want to phrase it. Utes, however, is a 15,000 size supply, sitting at a 66 Solana floor price, and these things peaked at around 90, 95, and the tubes peaked 162. Again, this is going to be a D-Labs project, the whitelist platform going over with the scholarships. And one thing about, the Utes is we had to wait around 2 months to have these things reveal from their tubes. At the moment, you can buy a tube and you can burn it for a chance at a, ute. You get a ute no matter what, but the rarity, the traits, and everything like that is going to be random. You're sort of kind of gambling on buying a tube at the moment just to burn it to get a ute. However, there are one of ones out there that are very, very highly valued and praised upon in the market at the moment, going for thousands of Solana and looking very different from the actual collection itself. I'm not gonna lie though, I think Utes brought back a lot of fun in the market. With this reveal, trading all-time highs, bringing back volume and new money into the space, it was a lot of fun. A lot of happy moments were happening throughout Utes in general, and going from a DGod PFP to a Ute is a huge difference in the art direction entirely. But let's be honest, these are a lot more mass adoption, right? I think people are gonna like these a lot more if they're newer to the space or if they're looking for a cute, cuddly PFP. It makes sense in the current market, and I think these things have a lot longer, or well, let me take that back. I think these things are just, the adoption around this can be a lot higher than, say, a DGod or like a dead-looking fucking dude. Sub-DAOs in DGods and in Utes are massive. Sub-clubs, sub-DAOs, whatever you want to call them, they take over, right? People form these DAOs based off of traits or, attributions that have sorts of combos, and they get shit done quick. Which is why I love DGods, which is why I love Utes. I love the entire ecosystem around D Labs and Dust. They're just smart, man. What they're doing, they're just smart, okay? But there's a lot of IP that goes into Utes as well throughout their white paper. Read up more on that yourselves. It's a long read. Let's talk about Blocksmith Labs, now renaming their main PFP collection to the Smiths and going a more sort of D-Labs approach. So a little bit of backstory. Blocksmith Labs has been one of those projects I've been shilling and talking about for months on end, okay? They changed the way the ecosystem looked at whitelist with their Mercury platform. This was the first ever well-adopted whitelist organization platform throughout Web3 and throughout Solana, and also doing their own launchpad called Bifrost with dynamic pricings for the marketplace. So the mint price would fluctuate dependent on the amount of traffic or volume it was getting per minute or per hour, whatever it was, where if you minted for 2 Solana and no one else minted for 5 minutes, it'd go down to 1.8. And if you minted at 1.8, it'd go back up to 2.1. So they introduced that. They introduced the best whitelist organization platform throughout Solana. They've also released Raven, which is a raid-to-earn system for projects to adapt early rewards to their holders. And they've just recently rebranded from Blocksmith Labs to the Smiths. At the moment, between Blocksmith Labs and Smiths. So Blocksmith Labs is now going to be the entire creator over Smiths. There's going to be a huge ecosystem around this project that's just adapting kind of like a lab or kind of more like a business brand approach. So this was a Blocksmith lab, now called a Smith. These are before the art upgrades. At the moment, I think every 3 days there's going to be a new yield for art upgrades. The first one happened 2 days ago for 444 Forge. There was only a 4-hour limit. The next one is going to be on November 10th for 666 Forge at a 6-hour limit. And then the final chapter will commence where you can use your basic Smith, turn it into an upgraded Smith, and reap more rewards for 888. There's 2 different paths between Smith's art version. You have the Ascension, where you can choose the path Azir or Veneer. A little confusing, I know. Hang on. A couple of the benefits behind Smith's upgrade. Forge yield to 12 per day, access to lifetime Mercury V3, which includes auto whitelist claim, and there's 1 to 2 benefits compared to the OG at a 10% discount on Mercury, capped at 40%. So let's talk about Blocksmith Labs and what's going on here and where they came from. This is a 4.4 thousand size supply. We've seen Blocksmith Labs peak up to 120, 130. I mean, quite a bit of Solana, right? At the moment, there is a little bit of a sell-off going into the bear market. We've been in the bear market, but there's a little bit of a sell-off right now with the art upgrade. People are taking profits based on the news. They sell the news, they buy the hype, blah, 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 right? That's why I want to enter back into Blocksmith Labs. I think right now is a fucking no-brainer, bro. I just think it's so simply put. 73 is cheap. I think that's a dumb price. I think there's so much room for improvement and just overall growth throughout Blocksmith. It's not even funny anymore. I'm bullish on the project. I'm bullish on Bifrost Launchpad. I'm bullish on Shift. I'm bullish on Raven. I'm bullish on the Ascension. I'm bullish on the new artwork. I'm bullish on the entire Mercury platform. Sorry for spewing, but I'm just bullish, baby. Teo Robotics sitting at a 108 Solana floor price, peaking at an all-time high at around 215. This is a 2K supplied collection with a 2K supply Gen 2 collection, where, quite simply put, this project was a D-Rug. If you don't know what a D-Rug is, basically the old founders of the projects fucking left, and then someone else new came in and changed it for the better, most of the time. Teo Robotics is just, they've done so much for this space. They've done so much for the ecosystem in general. From being a DGods project to hitting a 200 plus Solana floor price, to being at a 100 at the moment during a bear market, to releasing incubators and Gen 2s, and now releasing the Pilots Mint, which is coming soon. Being able to earn their scrap tokenomic and customizing your Teo throughout their marketplace. There's a lot going on with Teos. It's been pretty crazy. From launching Soulport to launching their own launchpad to having their own marketplace share in the entire ecosystem of NFTs. One thing I will say is with Teos and the new expansion into pilots and the Gen 2s and the babies and whatever you want to call it, there's going to be a lot going on with their scrap token. Scrap will be renamed to Graphite. It's going to be an entire new protocol where there will be Graphite shards, and this is going to be the new reward from getting, you know, scrap, getting graphite and staking to earn, and getting rewards from their launchpad and futuristic, you know, revenue share endeavors of what they're releasing. Overall, there's just a lot going on with Teo Robotics ecosystem, and I'm here for the long run on this project in general. So throughout the new collection of pilots, there's going to be an entirely new look at these. Throughout IP rights, 4 different factions, a 12.5k supply. There's oil already on the market, which you could get from holding a Teo, and you'd get like an oil airdrop. And you can use these oils to technically burn to get pilots from the main mint. So there's going to be 5,700 airdrop to holders, 2,100 from mint phases or passes, and then 4,600 minted in their scrap token. I do not think, however, that pilots should be viewed as a Gen 3 of Teo Robotics. Instead, I think pilots should be viewed as just an umbrella expansion that's bringing more inclusivity to the ecosystem. Those are my personal opinions. Like I said, Soulport Tom, he's done a lot for this space, okay, man? Soulport.io, a launchpad, a beautiful staking platform, innovation in the space, derugging a project and building one of the biggest business models in NFTs. Motherfucker's got like 40 employees or something, bro. He is up there when it comes to business related stuff. Final project I don't want to talk about is going to be Jerzy Rascals, another derugged project in the NFT space, derugged by the motherfucking man Carlos. One of the biggest reasonings why I'm bullish on Jerzy Rascals is because of Carlos. Carlos is the owner and the derugger of Jerzy Esports, Jerzy Rascals, Game Rooms, Jelly Dogs. There's a lot in this entire ecosystem. They want to be the #1 raffle house on Solana, leading global crypto casino, right? They're going for a gambling meta project, which I think they're going to do very huge things with this. Gelato, everything else in between of their Gamba. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff to innovate throughout crypto gambling. But again, guys, I'm not giving you like the high realm of please go gamble. Please do not go gamble, okay? Gambling's bad. You can lose a lot of money, okay? There's a lot going into gambling. But I think Jerzy Esports is a little bit bigger than just gambling, as they're innovating a lot of different ways to bring utility and bring new art and new foundation and expansion behind the project, rather than just being a gambling casino project. Typically what we see with gambling projects though is revenue share. And as they're even they just gave away $10,000 the other day as, you know, like a hey, thanks. But we've seen Jerzy Rascals hit like an 80 Solana floor price. They're currently sitting at about 60 right now, which in my opinion is super fucking cheap. So to be sitting at 30, have some very rare ones and cool looking ones on the floor as well, and having only 90 listed is a super bullish sign in my opinion. I did pick up 3 of these for 30 the other day. I think it's only a matter of time for Jerzy Esports and Jerzy Rascals as a whole to pop off. Lotto, eJelly, the college, and Jelly auctions, current basic utilities for the project. They're working on a bunch of art upgrades where you can buy like new metadata and new traits and put them onto your Jerzy Rascal, and you can kind of adapt to what you want your Jelly to look like. So again, I'm not comparing this strictly to just a gambling based project. I do not think that's all that's behind the project. Plus, his background, he was a Twitch streamer that did do gambling content. I'm not sure if he was ever endorsed or paid. I'm not 100% sure there, but I know he's a gambler, okay? I fucking gambled, okay? But typically what I'm putting my money behind is Carlos himself, the entire community and ecosystem behind Jerzy, and just how transparent they are, how much they're doing, the dogs bringing utility, marketing behind it, the Gambles project, cosmetic store, Jerzy drop itself. I'm bullish, okay? Carlos is a founder, but he's also sort of an influencer in this space now as well. So you have to realize that as well. I've said it as well like 4 times. Carlos, great dude. I'm not trying to dick ride either. I'm just saying, like, coming from his derug standard to making a top, 10, top 5 NFT project, it's a big thing to do. And they even went 0% royalties on their collection. They were like one of the first projects to go 0% royalties, bro. So you can obviously see he wasn't worried about earning revenue from the project itself, He's more worried about, you know, creating other streams of revenue for the project, for the holders, for himself and the team, outside of just trading fees. So that's a bullish signal as well. But yo guys, I have not talked this much in a video in a long time. I've been recording for like 25-30 minutes. My fucking jaw hurts. I'll see you guys later. Have a great motherfucking day. I appreciate the love and the support. Have a good day. Stay safe. Do your own research. And let's get this fucking shit back, baby. Have a good one. Peace out.